the Fierce Battle Just Tries to Surpass Me event has come out, and we're going to be discussing the normal stage as well as future stages, how to clear them, how to beat the challenges. The most difficult one that I've seen that people have the most trouble with is the timer count ones. All these other ones, they're not as difficult, not nearly as difficult as the timer count ones. So the clearing it without your Rising Rush, this stage gives, I believe, 200 timer counts, so you should have no issue just trying to clear it without Rising Rush. Inflicting over 4 million damage with Rising Rush is also not that difficult. With the Battle with 1 Dragon Ball Saga characters or more, you have your pretty much the best option right here of the Dragon Ball Saga units, the Zenkai 7 type yellow Kid Goku. Not only, is he the best one, but he's also even has the advantageous element against the UI Goku, so that's good right there. And then for the red, once again, that's advantageous element. And you don't want to be clearing them, you don't want to be trying to clear them all at once. You want to be focusing on one set of challenges at a time. For example, you want to focus on clearing it within 80 timer counts, and then once you're done with that, then you want to focus on trying to clear it without Rising Rush, then focusing on inflicting 4 million damage with Rising Rush, then focus on clearing it with the Dragon Ball Saga unit, and then clearing it with a type red character. You'll want to be breaking it up like that, because if you try to focus on doing multiple at once, chances are you're going to lose, especially if you're newer to the game and your units aren't as high starred as mine, or you don't have as good equipment that's oriented towards them, or you don't really even have a team that's built. For example, my team is Fusion Warriors, and they buff this tag directly, this Z ability to tag Fusion Warrior, base strike attack, and defense during battle. So all my units here, aside from this future Gohan, are obviously Fusion Warriors, and they're receiving that buff to them. So when you put units like that are together and that they buff each other, not only are you going to be dealing more damage, but it's just going to be opening paths up to more, basically, your playstyle. Because there are unique abilities right here to where if you switch into that specific tag, if you switch into another Fusion Warrior, if you go from Bardock to, Goku, you'll get a Saiyan buff for switching out to another Saiyan. So you want to build the strongest team that you can make. If anything, you can basically make it auto-select you the best team that you can make. Choose a tag and it'll auto-select it, something like that, and you can do that. Now, for this team, I have fusions. And there's 2 ways that you can tackle it. There's 2 ways. You can either do it to where you're just constantly switching and dodging and switching and dodging, or you can make it so that you use someone like Future Gohan to, where he dies, he gives this boost right here, 30% to strike damage inflicted, 35% to keep recovery, increases arch card draw speed by 1 level. And when he does that, when he gives that card draw speed by 1 level, it makes it so that you draw cards faster, as it implies right there. And you'll also want to choose another unit that has card drawing speed. For example, this Super Saiyan Vegeta, he gives card drawing speed right here. Increases arch card drawing speed by level 1 for 15 timer counts when he enters the battlefield. So that's something you want to do. So right here, we'll use someone like Kefla, Gogeta, and Gohan. And I'll show you the switch and dodge tactic to where you're basically just, you wait for them to attack, you dodge, then you go for your attack, and then once again you dodge, and you just keep it up over and over. So right here, we'll wait for Champa to attack, right? Because if we attack, chances are he's going to perfect vanish and everything like that. So you want to wait a little bit for that sidestep. And then you'll want to also do something different to where you swipe up and then you swipe to the right. But it has to be done quickly. And then you quickly choose another card. So you can see right here when I do this, I draw other cards too. It's not like where it's just the animation over like this. So I'll tap right here. And then once again, he'll go for an attack. So you don't want, like I said, you don't want to be going for the attack. You don't really want to be going on the offensive, because chances are the AI is just going to perfect vanish it, or it's just going to match you, or it's going to throw out a Rising Rush. I've had times when I've been trying to clear the challenges where I go for a strike and it throws a Rising Rush. So you basically just want to be turtling it and wait. If you truly are having trouble with it, and you just want to get the tickets and the event done with, then use this tactic. But if you want to have the challenge of it, then go ahead and do it your own way. So right here, we're taking some damage. And like I said, the AI just does the same thing. So we might be able to dodge out of this right here, which is nice. And that's basically the switch and dodge tactic right there up until I messed up. So like I said, you just wait for them to attack, then you dodge, and then you switch out to another character in order to make sure that they can't get you. I'll show it one more time here. So he's going to attack. I'm going to switch out to a new one because chances are, yep, he's going to dodge, and then he's going to throw another attack, and then I'll have another vanish. So now we'll show off the card draw speed tactic, and it's where you purposely drop your combo over and over and over. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to swipe up and charge your key for 1 second and then go for the next card over and over. So right here, I'll dodge this on purpose, and then I'll just use the ultimate to get a little bit more health down. So you'll see the tactic. So when I use a strike card or a blast card, I will swipe up, and then I will charge my key for 1 second, and then I will go for another card, and I'll just repeat that process over and over. So now with Gohan dying, you'll see that I get a card drawing speed buff. The short card, strike damage up, key recovery up, and then card drawing speed up. So right here, I'm going to swipe up, charge my key for 1 second, and you can see I'm going to purposely just drop my combo over and over and over and over, and I'm constantly just drawing more cards over and over and over and over. So this is a way to cheese it. Like I said, if you really want the challenge, then don't do this, but if you're truly struggling with it, or you're a new player and you just want to get it done, get the tickets, then this is the best way you can do it. Because unless you got the units and stuff and you want to go through it the way you're supposed to be doing it, then do it your own way. So that was pretty bad, and that kind of sucked, but once again, we'll just keep this going right here, no problem. And then we'll use our rush too at some point. So we won't use it here, obviously, because this is actually the best time to use it, because we have Goku right here. So we'll rush, and then you want to basically make it to where you stop the clock. You can have your rising rush. You can rush when you're out of vanish, and they use the blast and you rush, or they use the strike and then you rush. You can wait, but right here, Goku's the main priority because Gogeta has type disadvantage over him. And then I stop the clock with my wind ability. I'll pop this ultimate. It has blast armor, and he's not able to dodge it because it's mid-range, and this will take him out. So now that that's over, I basically don't care, because Champa's so low. Gogeta can die, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. The only thing we'd have to worry about now is the fact about Rising Rush. That would be the biggest deal breaker. So I'll go for this, and then okay, so we got taps right there, which is pretty good. We did pretty bad, but in the end we won. So we'll go for the tap blast right here, and that's how you do it. You want to do that. So like I said, you can either just do switch and dodge, or you can do that card draw speed tactic to where you're constantly drawing cards over and over and over and over. So those are basically the two ways of beating it. And like I said, you want to focus on one set of challenges at a time. You don't want to be trying to complete them all at once. And if you're trying to go for the timer count one specifically, you want to choose very, very offensive units. You don't want any defensive type units on you. You might want to choose a support type, but unless the support type is also dealing major damage, you just want to be choosing either all melee types so you can get all strike cards, or you want to be choosing all range types so you can get all blast cards. Now we'll move on to the website and just quickly glance over the stage that's coming tonight and look at the challenges there and how to complete them. And then we'll also look at the stages coming the day after tomorrow. Right, so we talked about the normal stage, and now we'll move on to the hard stage. So for the hard stage, we are going up against Future. And obviously, it's dropping here. And it looks like it's going to be a lot easier. It looks like it's going to be a lot more forgiving, because for the timer counts one, you have to clear within 90 counts. And it kind of has the same things, the same challenges. Clear without Rising Rush. They both share similarities between the challenges, except with the timer counts and the color type. So instead of clearing it within 80 counts here, you now have to clear it within 90 counts here. So that's 10 more timer counts you can spare. And then with the color, here it's blue instead of here it being red. And then the same thing, the same challenges here. You have clear without Rising Rush, inflict over 4 million damage with Rising Rush, and then battle with one Dragon Ball Saga character. Now, these are the same battle bonus characters. It's just going to be Roshi, Launch, and Yamcha. And obviously, nobody's going to be summoning on that trash banner. So none of us are going to be having those boost units. With the weakness of it being red, green, and yellow, you should have, good units that are that color that can deal that good type of damage. And once again, you'll probably just want to do that same tactic to where you have a unit that can die and it gives you card drawing speed. Or you can just, once again, switch and dodge and switch and dodge. With it being 90 timer counts, they could make it to where it looks like in total health combined of all the units combined, it looks like this second one here has less health when you combine the enemies. But who knows? They might have more defensive capabilities, or they might deal out even more damage. We don't know much about it, but once it does come here, there will also be another video covering that as well.